Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold, about the places I'd visit. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, Mother's passing, and all that happened at the Hound Pit's pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's reign and get my father back. This house holds her secrets. Delilah pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't end her life. I'm going to undo all she's done. And next time, I'll hold on to the things I cherish, just a bit tighter.
She has a good line at the end.
Yeah, that was a real change from all of the other variations of this. That kind of took me off guard, honestly.
Yeah, this is Iron-Fisted Emily in a nutshell.
Yeah, this is the Iron Empress run, damn it.
I like how that's kind of like the animation that you do for powers anyway.
Could that be Stilton?
She says, looking through the wall.
that was the most weird way of. Oh, good! You slide into it exactly the way I do. I love that.
Don't waste any time.
Zoom. Oh, wait a minute. Yes.
Just like that. You did not leave the
I must be.
Science.
I'm so happy about
I'm the
this.
only one not trying to be in the outsider in the skull.
I'm
It's
glad
great.
that so many people have discovered this. How did you kill him with a glass?
Good.
You really got him in hard
Wow.
in the face with that.
Dude, the outsider
Wow.
does not care. The dude
I feel
is
like
so
he would say
cold
something.
about it. Still breaking.
I mean, that's not the only thing breaking. Oh, you broke the glass with the glass. You glassed the glass.
So interesting thing about Stilton.
He fell down.
He's gonna wake up with a serious backache?
I don't
When
think
you
he's
go
going to
on
wake
top
up.
of him, he comes to life. It's
Wait.
very odd.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, you just
Are you
just
going to
necromancy this
resuscitate
man?
him? Are you going to do Emily CPR on him by jumping in his chest?
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's almost 3 minutes.
What?
Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
Man, there was a speck in front of his face and it looked like he didn't have a nose, and that really messed with me for a moment. God damn it, girl.
Oh.
So one thing I've always wondered about the timepiece.
By the void.
Forgot about these guards right here.
Just-
But
let me just take care of this. This
Alright,
is quirk
wonderful.
in the experiment.
okay, now that's
Okay.
done. One thing I've always wondered about the timepiece is how it would go with time stop.
Oh my god, you can actually use powers in
You
here?
can use powers and what?
Oh my lord.
Did you do a cheat? Because I think
New game
even
plus
when-
powers.
I could not be more hype about this. I am so hype about this run now.
I genuinely want to know how you did this, though.
And now you know why it's only 30 minutes.
Oh man, this is so good.
I thought when you did a new game plus, though, they still took all your powers away.
Holy crap. Yeah, like still animating there made something resembling sense because, you know, you're like the effect that the outsider gives right there is identical to time stop, and time stop allows you to touch something to move it forward relative in time while you're messing around there. But oh
She has
man,
all her powers.
oof, oof. Do
Ow.
a flip.
You broke his face.
I broke a lot of things this level, including
Yeah,
my
you're-
mana
You
bar.
broke his tummy. Wind blast! I'm so excited.
Hey, he survived
That
it.
didn't happen. I just fell down. Stun line on your face. Yay! There's just legs.
It's poetry in motion, this.
I I mean, there's enough motion in there that there damn well better be poetry.
I'm sure you hit enough things, you'll eventually find a poet.
It's a little bit like.
So,
Oh, God.
so the only problem here is it's like, where are all of my disgusting tools of trade? Okay, here we go. Here's one of them.
So, having mobility powers breaks the hell out of this level.
Yeah. In a good way.
In an entertaining way.
I like how you're still not
never
powerful
figured that
enough.
out.
Need more bone
Holy
charms.
crap.
Boing. Boing. Moose.
Steal. Yeah, no crap.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you,
it's
Emily.
Like, I mean, that was about the biggest Captain Obvious quote I've ever heard from Jessamine.
Well, what do you want from her? She's only like 20th of herself. It's stuffed inside of a fucking organ.
It's a real question how she even perceives the world. Open-de-do.
Mostly by being squeezed.
Well, the beauty of wiping out timelines is it's the perfect cover for the perfect crime.
Dark vision, really?
Yeah, I always forget how useless this power is until I use it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say,
Well, I feel like-
will admit I'm curious as to what the hell you're planning to do with that.
I like how you're just like, no, never mind. Let's just
See
turn
in
that
the
off.
dark.
Oh god. For a minute there, I thought you were about to drop that damn thing.
I was trying to, before I just eventually gave up on getting anywhere up that elevator shaft.
Whatever, it's fine.
Drop it.
Drop it. Do 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 do. Womp 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 womp.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke. You've just.
Yes, and I was explaining it for people who might not have gotten it in 2 damn words.
That's no. That's when it stops being a joke. It's.
Whatever, dude.
I think that sometimes
There's
it's okay
a
to leave
limit to
people
how
out in the
obscure
cold.
we can make our references here. All right, there's a limit.
There's no limit.
Okay.
There's no limit.
No limits. Okay.
No holds barred on insane references on the Time Warriors channel. Damn it.
You guys didn't even get that, did you?
I can never get
I'm
it.
not sure I heard what you said, School.
I said there's no limits.
And we're
And
just
they
gonna
have
collectively
got it.
ignore
They
that.
have no limbs. They had no limbs.
Oh,
There's no limits.
limits. I'm slow.
I don't get it.
Okay, now lecture me,
I'm
Robokai.
slow. I'm too slow for school. Too slow for
Lecture
school.
me, Robokai. I ruined the joke. I had to explain it.
We get see. See,
I
there's
feel
someone.
like
There's
when nobody
some.
gets it, you ruin the joke, not me.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, it's definitely 100%
okay.
our fault.
Soiled
It
it.
is.
Soiled it.
I should just
soiled
leave
it.
these little things in here for the viewers so they can feel superior.
Definitely smarter than us.
Maybe there's a way around
Well,
it.
I wouldn't like do it for you guys.
I really
Double
need to
blood
dial down
flies.
the
Hooray!
criticism. Orbit Rum, yay!
And this.
For a minute there, I was afraid that wasn't going to catch fire, and I was going to be incredibly disappointed.
Oh no!
Freaking quantum blood flies.
Don't worry.
People drink that.
And it's delicious. It's called Fireball School. You should have some.
Okay, but if you accidentally spill some on the ground, does it burst into flames?
I mean, if you accidentally spill some on your lap, you're gonna wish you burst into flames.
That's why I don't drink it.
Yeah, no, I've had Fireball, and I'm going to say that Rose's advice there is among some of the worst advice that has ever been given. And I once told a dude who was having difficulty convincing his girlfriend's father to like him to arm wrestle the man to prove his manhood.
I think that's a brilliant idea, and I'm very curious how it went.
More powers.
He almost took me seriously, and then like I couldn't let him leave the room without letting him know that was a terrible goddamn idea. So I cracked and told him it was a terrible idea and he
He's
should not
just
listen to me.
chilling. What? Too slow.
Combat high.
Boom!
What's going on here indeed?
So much blood, so many dead people.
I really appreciate the sepia tone that you
The
have
red rage
the
of
constant
murder.
adrenaline charge you're carrying around. You just killing so many people that you're just constantly hopped up here.
So my headcanon
Sadness.
for Emily is that she's secretly a serial killer, and her adventures here just let her
Oh shit!
Just go nuts. What? Where did they?
It's so beautiful.
I love that. Oh,
I had to shut up because
Just needed some
Any-
Blue
oh,
Danube
no.
playing. In
No.
Yeah, I had to shut up because anything I was saying in that moment would have just soiled it.
Oh, now you're doing that.
I mean, there are certain levels of beauty that even I have to respect, man.
She just gave
Yeah,
you
it
you.
really does.
She just gave you a
They're
little
very
boop
good
with
at
her
Does
gun.
to sort of
to,
bring everybody.
telefragging.
Stilton's acting unlike today. Just staring at nothing.
I don't think the Duke and Stilton are on good terms.
I think this conversation is very still Ted. Heh.
Ha ha. Okay. You know how before we've had
You don't
discussions about
say.
how like women seem to have a little more equality in the Dishonored
At least,
universe.
well, yeah, I mean, this is a way more classist society than it is a sexist society.
Well, I just feel like maybe it's because so many male guards just die so much.
I mean, they have to replace them somehow.
Yeah, like 50% of our population we could make better use of. No.
Well-
Holy crap!
Oh no!
The way it twisted in midair.
I like how you psyched us out with
It was-
like sleep dart. No.
No, wind
I wanted to
blast.
see a
Nah.
doggy fly, and so did Emily.
Why did Emily throw the dog out the window?
To watch it fly. Oh, she's still alive.
Oh. Yeah, she's not dead. Now she's dead.
And really took a beating
Sinead
there.
O'Connor does not have a good time when we're.
Not
Propulsion.
even
That was a-
remotely.
That was an animation I don't see very much.
It's an unbreakable door, I think.
It's metal, which means wind doesn't work on it.
So I always get so lost in this area.
How can you get lost in what area? His backyard? How can you get lost in the backyard?
Not in the backyard, sorry, in the big giant hall area where
Oh
all
yeah,
the rooms
no,
come
that's
from.
fair. There's like yeah, there's a couple of different layers and there's huge numbers of overlapping sight lines and yeah, it's weird. You know, one of my biggest regrets about my playthrough was that I didn't know that blood fly nest. Exactly, school.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I think it's funny.
Zoom.
You thought it was safe? It's not. Don't forget to look before you leap.
You thought you were safe, but it was instead me, Dio. That's the noise you made.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
don't
much
know
all there
if I was
was
giving me
to say.
crap for that, but it's just like,
you gonna- Wait.
she's gonna hop on his head like a little mushroom.
May I live to see that day.
No, you won't.
So I was
this
trying to
is-
be patient enough here to see him go to the
Fountain.
seance
It is over. The Duke
just by
will
himself.
have to trust me.
I don't think he does
Do-
that, does he?
does
Yeah,
he?
he doesn't.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Great.
realize this at the time.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. I thought I was being.
I suppose they didn't want to put that on a time limit for your adventures.
I'm not
Since-
I'm not a very patient woman.
couldn't possibly touch me. This city is nothing without the mines. But perhaps he could run them without me, through lackeys and bureaucrats. Everything I built run like a butcher shop.
I feel like video game characters don't talk to themselves the way real people talk to themselves.
Yeah, I really thought he was gonna get up and leave at
Your
this
son
point.
is a disaster.
Yeah, I mean today I was trying to put on a pair of slippers without using my hands, and I couldn't get my foot in without sort of like pushing one of the sides down. It just kept happening over and over again, and I just yelled out, "I beg of you!"
I always just have
Honestly,
like fragments
my-
of sentences, and then I'm like, nope, stop it.
Okay.
Like there's always little tunes in there, or then I'll decide.
Truthfully, like
Actually,
I,
no,
I,
I'm talking to the dog.
I speak to myself in full sentences, and my hot take on that is that you should never worry about talking to yourself, because there's no use knowing what you know if you can't ask yourself for advice.
I think there was a study, and I don't know how valid the study is now because it's like a 10-year-old study, but they found people who talk to themselves out loud had better problem-solving skills than people who
No, I think
people
that's
who sort of
still-
internalized all of it.
Yep, that's still like sound.
Well, that's...
Get it.
Bye bye.
Get it?
Nom nom.
That's still sound. Okay.
No survivors.
And interestingly enough, that is exactly what Corvo says when he kills Aramis Stilton. He goes, "No survivors is the surest way." So,
Brilliant.
you know, he's passed that on pretty good.
Oh, come on! How could you miss that? Oh!
You shot him in the butt!
Trick shot. Directly up the butthole.
The finest of servings.
Oh man, that was pretty high quality.
Talk about a crack in the slab.
God damn it, school.
I'm trying to make a joke work there
Better
with
than
about a gunshot, but it's just not
Better
happening.
than a slab in your crack.
I get
Which
Slug. A
is
slug.
also something that has basically happened with all of those Shadow Walk kills.
Slug in the crack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a slab of bullets got shoved in some dude's crack just a moment ago.
Also
Oh,
that.
this is different.
Yeah, it's like actually taken
Yeah,
care
you did
of
the
because...
Aramis is dead, and they refurbished the mansion to sell it.
Yeah.
But it's
Also,
like
there's, like,
freaky haunted.
Fucking nothing here if you take the lethal route.
There's
Loot-wise,
yeah,
I
and
mean.
there's no people or anything. There's rats.
Oh, come on! How did somebody of them survive?
They did. They're like, what?
Okay, great.
It's like a little,
That made
like
me
a little
happier.
rat
Because
amusement
rats
park.
are cute, agile little things. They just like they bounce.
Rats are
They
cute.
do. They tumble in midair. It's adorable.
They're just little
No,
fat.
that was just you mulching them.
You didn't read the
Yeah,
note on the
but-
thing, but I think that explains like how are we gonna sell this place?
Well,
or
we look at
something
it in
like that.
my playthrough of it, so it's cool.
Things seem to be the worst here. The two times are overlapping now somehow.
Where's Stilton? I should never have kept him on just because he and my father were close.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any thoughts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge where natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
All of you, Delilah is your rightful empress. You owe her this.
Delilah's stronger than
She really has like anime hair. It's all chunky.
Man, the bigger the hair, the closer to God. If there's one thing Final Fantasy VII taught me, it's that.
No one coif angel.
Or vice versa.
Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Do it now!
Returned from the cold.
Liz.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait, you are hidden, but I know who you are.
I'm really sad you can't just throw the bust at them.
I know.
I know.
And some
Now
You're
you say it,
busted,
Robokai.
punks.
Busters.
Oh god, a series of lighthouses.
Wow. Okay, so I will admit I did not expect them to all have vision cones and dark vision like that.
Also,
Yeah.
that is the most useless power. It is blinding.
Yeah, it's,
I will
ugly.
admit,
Yeah.
I've sometimes bought it and used it during my attempts to to route a level, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything major in terms of money. But yeah, no, that's like literally the only thing.
I'm
that I
glad they
use
did it
for.
though. I'm glad they made it more annoying and terrible. Because in the first game, it was kind of like the first Batman game. You just go around the whole time in the alternative like view mode, and it's
Robokai
then you don't
and I
actually
had
get to see anything. So yeah, this way was better.
Robokai
It's
and I
always
had
2-3.
to make like frickin' rules for ourselves on not using it in the first game.
So I like how Emily just completely spoils that entire puzzle for you.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, it's not exactly like you have a lot of different options, but still.
Yeah, she kind of blabs that
Wow.
one.
Some puzzles were made to be broken.
I really appreciate all of that happening, and there's still just like a can of jellied eels there.
And a potato.
You get them potates.
It's just the most random crap.
I like how
It must be the weirdest job having to decide what you're going to put in these different places. Like, what am I going to put here? Why not a potato? Why a potato? I don't fucking know. Do it.
Well, that's the gardening area, and
Put
if
that potato down there. Your job depends on it.
If you've ever grown various vegetables, you know that the way to grow a potato plant is to plant a potato.
That is like the eyes of the potato. Yes, that's also even if you haven't grown anything. If you haven't grown any vegetables, but you've read The Martian, that's how Mark Watney.
Okay, that was really weird. The dog was facing the other way when you did
I think
that.
this
But then
game
you like
came out
180
before
and stepped it in
The
the head.
Martian.
Yeah, well, I mean, but culture has progressed since this game came out.
Has it?
Never mind. I feel like that's a fair question.
Culture has completely
Time to
stagnated.
It's gone weird time stop. We need to prevent a terrible tragedy in the past, and a lot of people died.
Wow.
It's a true reflection of true life.
A guard impact. That's crazy.
Yeah, we don't see many of those very
Oh,
often.
he's gonna get it now. He's gonna get... Yeah. Oh, the dog.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Poor
Yeah.
puppy.
Poor dog.
Kind of sad about what
We just keep on murdering dogs here in
I'm
Hightown.
sad about what happened to Doggo, but like the fact that he did like a Tony Hawk 720 in midair like that was pretty ballin'.
So what we're learning about this
Ultimate
episode
duck flip.
is that animals are very aerodynamic.
Or they take well to strong forces to launch them. That's for damn sure.
All I can think is that just the murder on the fingernails that would be trying to get a hold. You'd probably rip one off.
And murder on the ball and socket joint in your shoulder being caught by the outsider like that.
He does a weird little smirk after he catches you, and I don't like it.
Yeah, he's just like, I could have let you drop.
Yeah, but like if you jump off the edge, nothing happens to you. You just kind of reappear back on
don't worry.
the edge.
We'll find out.
So like
every single one of you just keeps throwing yourself off the fucking edge.
It's a hell of a... It's preferable to your alternative, which is listening
it's
to
like,
monologue.
let's just not play that game this time, eh? And this is weird.
It's not that bad.
This is like a weird
just
tone
such a-
shift for him, and it
obviously-
just made me uncomfortable.
It is a very sort of excessive amount of
I
explanation.
think is that the first time that he's touched you? When he grabs your hand?
Show me on the sacrifice where the outsider touched you.
But see, there we go. That's what he was trying to stop you from doing. Just stop it. Do I need to grab you again, Emily?
That's probably what's happening. He's probably just like, nope.
Just imagine him keeping on a patient face, but like every time you do this, he feels just another fuse blow in the back of his brain.
They should punish you by like making him restart his talk every time you try and do that.
God.
He like turns around to look at you. Oh, you're over here
He
now.
just
All right.
he gives you a quietly disapproving look and insists that you listen to his entire story.
And see, now he's making you like relive a scene which he hasn't ever done before either. Are we sure this is still the outsider and he hasn't been replaced by some kind of doppel outsider?
Well, he's giving us a lot of information we might not have had normally, so you might say he's the insider now.
Wah, wah.
I liked it.
mysteries than I imagined.
There's an entire continent that murders people when they try to get on it. I'm pretty sure this place is jam-packed full of fucking secrets. Don't you worry about that.
It's like in that.
For some reason, her comment there just made me start thinking of like the old Unsolved Mysteries theme. That was just rocketing straight through my head.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say it's like that Shadow Hand questline in Oblivion, where like halfway through your dead drops change, but you don't really notice until the end, and you're like, oh no, I've been working for the bad guy half this time.
Sadness.
Like this is when
Such a good series of quests.
This is when the dead drop.
If anyone ever talks fondly of Oblivion, you know it's because of that questline.
And now,
because it was.
And now you're working for the fake outsider because you know he's fake because he smiled at you and he touched you and he like took you back to look at the past.
And he actually explained something.
And also has a different voice entirely. It's almost like he's a different person.
Well, hopefully this one gets into a lot less trouble on Twitter.
What are these beepings? What are these beeps, by the way? Like, at first I thought that was something on my computer and got...
Her porn is finished downloading in the background.
Really?
It's a recording, Hockey.
Oh, alright. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Jeez, man, way to point out the elephant in the room.
Click lonk.
Somebody has
the elephant playing the xylophone. The elephant playing the xylophone in the room.
I do want to see an elephant playing a xylophone. That would make me happy.
For you?
Yeah.
You probably could. Why don't you just rub your...
Well, no, it was still pretty quick. It was pretty quick in general, Rose. I mean, you know.
Sokolov was like rubbing in that he's got a right arm and Megan still doesn't.
We can go.
What was that?
We can't blame that one on Rose.
No, that one was me. I was hoping we wouldn't talk about it so we could, you know...
Oh! So it's okay when you do it!